Welcome back and welcome to my 7 in 7 wrap-up video. I told you last week that I wanted to try and do a 7 books in 7 days kind of week. I kind of cleared my schedule and made room for that. I did do other things as well and went out and saw the real world. I didn't just stay in with a book. I read in interesting places, but I did achieve my 7 books in 7 days goal. So I'm here to tell you what I read. If you would like a little bit more information about the books that I read, you can find reviews of most of them. I've got a couple of them already on the blog and a couple of them coming up either the end of this week or next week, so you can look there for more details of that. But here's what I read. The first book that I read on my Kindle, and that was The One That Got Away by Melissa Pimentel. That was released last Tuesday, so you can check my blog, which I'll always link down below, and you can find my review of that. I really enjoyed reading that, and I think it was a great way to kick off the week. The second book that I read was a physical book, and it was the second book in the Tanglewood Animal Park series called The Troublesome Tiger. This series is by Tamsin Murray. This is obviously a middle grade book, so it was a nice quick read. It was only 150 pages, but boy does Tamsin pack a lot of action into those 150 pages, I can tell you. You might have seen my tweets or my Instagram about this one, because there's so many facts in here. You've got a storyline, you've got facts about animals, you've got a storyline about animals, you've got everything really. As an educator, I would definitely have this series in my classroom. It would definitely be one I'd want to share with my class or share with individual children. And as a reader, I just think it's a fab book to read. Review of this one coming up on the blog next week. The third book that I read was a library book. Somebody had a hold on it, so I had to take it back to the library, and then I went back into the library yesterday and they had it back, so obviously someone read it as quickly as I did, and that is The 100 Lies of Lizzie Lovett. That's by Chelsea Sidoti. This one had a lot of hype surrounding it, and sometimes books with a lot of hype surrounding them can be a little bit of a letdown. This book was good. It wasn't amazing. As you can see, it's quite a long read. For a YA book, there was quite a lot of detail in here. Never for a minute would I have not finished it. But I don't think it lived up to all the hype. You can read my review of this one again coming up in the next couple of weeks. I scheduled it yesterday. I can't remember exactly when it is. But look out for my review of this one on the blog or the link on Twitter. Then the next book that I read was another ebook, and that was the final book in the Geek Girl series, Geek Girl Forever Geek by Holly Smale. I am going to make a video talking about this whole series, so look out for that one. It's going to be coming up very soon. Enough said about that. Then the kind of next book, I started this one midway through the week, and I kind of was planning on reading a couple of these short stories every day throughout the week. It didn't kind of work out like that. I dipped in and out of this one. This one, I'm not sure if I'm going to review. It's Flying Lessons and Other Stories, and it's edited together by Ellen O, who is one of the founders of We Need Diverse Books. So obviously this is an important book. It's got a range of diverse stories in. Some of them were good, some of them I really kind of struggled with, so I don't think I'm going to be reviewing this one. I did finish it, I did read. I didn't finish all of the stories that I read. If I wasn't liking a story, I kind of moved on. It was quite a quick read, and I wish I'd kind of, dipped into a couple of stories every night as I was planning on doing, but it just didn't work out that way. Then the final physical book that I read, which I am planning on making a video about because it is a monster of a book, was Secrets of a Happy Marriage by Kathy Kelly. I'm going to be part of the blog tour for this one, which is why I'm going to make a video to go with my review that I have already written. The blog post for this one is going to be up on Friday, so look out for that one. As you can see, it is a mammoth book, so I read this over 2 days. I read this over the weekend, and I really enjoyed spending the weekend in Kathy Kelly's world. And the final book that I listened to, again, was one of those that I listened to over the course of the week. I listened to probably a little bit every day, to be honest, and that was Truly Madly Guilty by Liane Moriarty. I've listened to, I haven't actually read any of her books. I've listened to them all. I've still got a couple left on my Audible account to get to. I haven't got to all of them yet. But as a fan of her work, this one didn't kind of live up to the usual standard. Normally, I'm absolutely desperate to get through her books and get back to them. I've been known to sit in the car waiting to go into my house to finish a particular chapter or scene or the end of a book, and that didn't happen with this one. I kind of found my mind wandering a little bit whilst I was listening to it, but I'm glad I listened to it, and I've got a full review of this one coming up on the blog as well. Don't think I'll make a video about that one, but that's my general thoughts before the review comes out. So, I did accomplish my 7 books in 7 days. In my blog post, I added it up and I read just a little over 2,500 pages. As I say, I was still able to go out and see the real world. I took myself to the cinema. I went to a trivia night. I had lunch with my husband. We went out and did other things. We watched all the American Pie films. So it was a really good week, and I'm really pleased that I kind of got ahead with my reading. And as I say, I sat down yesterday and wrote all the reviews for those books, apart from the one I'm not reviewing. The Geek Girl review will be up on Thursday. The Secrets of a Happy Marriage review will be up on Friday, and the rest of them you can look out for. I always send a link out on Twitter. Thank you very much for watching. Some of those promised book talks will be up soon. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will see you then. Bye.